Well, we watched Lego Batman movie. It was a Lego movie marketed for kids.
Are you saying it's beneath us?
No, I'm saying it showed as a kids movie. I expected nothing less. I expected nothing more. It was.
Did you get what you thought you'd get?
I thought. It gave me what I thought I'd get, really.
What's your general opinions on kids' movies? I feel like we should start there.
They're fine. They're not my thing. Never really in a.
Not brutal enough?
No, not brutal enough. You don't see no.
I tend to like older kids' movies better. Like,
modern kid movies. I actually have to agree.
Modern kids' movies, well, like, I would say that in terms of modern kids' movies, this one is good.
Yeah, sure. It's good. If I saw this for $5, sure, I'd pick it up and be like, hey, if I ever felt like I want to. Because this movie was very visually nice. Actually, because I'm a huge fan of Legos. I mean, I've seen the Lego movie before, but like...
Do you like the Lego movie?
I did like the Lego movie.
Did you like that more than this one?
A bit. I don't really know why. I think the Lego movie was a bit more... I really don't know. I just felt like this one dragged on a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much, but it dragged a bit.
It seems like, okay, the difference for me is that older kids' movies tend to be slower, not so in your face generally. Yeah. Whereas modern kids' movies are all about just like 1,000 jokes every second, which is good and bad things.
Yeah. About
both of those. Because with old kids' movies, if they're not good, or like if the jokes aren't funny, then it's like, oh. But a movie like this is that the jokes happen so fast, is that if there's a bad one,
you don't really notice it.
There's a decent one, or at least a not bad one, 1 second later.
There are some good jokes. There are some really good jokes in this, but I don't know. I think with the overwhelming barrage of jokes, it kind of just it makes you kind of numb to them after a while. At least in my opinion.
They're more good than bad.
Generally, yes, but the speed and the pace of which they're thrown at you kind of just, I don't know,
That's kind of just the style of kids' movies nowadays. Especially, I mean, that's how the Lego movie was. I mean, the Lego movie was pretty wham.
I know. I'd say this one visually is a bit more better than the Lego movie.
Very colorful and whatnot.
No, just...
Or you just like Legos?
I just like Legos.
But it's also colorful. I mean, I'm a fan of color in movies. The more colorful a movie is, the more I like it, generally.
Really?
Color makes it, I don't know, it just looks nice to look at.
I suppose, kinda.
I like movies that go pop.
I like movies with contrast. There's dark areas and then there's light areas.
It's boring, Jered.
What do you mean? There's dark areas and then there's colorful areas and then there's like... I like different environments with contrast.
I like movies with colors that go pop. I don't like movies that look like death.
I'm not saying like things that look like death. I'm thinking like Lord of the Rings, like with, like you got the Shire. It's all whimsical and being like, oh wow.
And those colors go pop.
And they go pop. But then you go to another scene, like just skip to the battles, the gory battles, and just it's a nice contrast. You get everything at once, and it kind of just feels like a world instead of just, this is a movie. But this is a different rant, and it's...
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
What we like in movies, the visuals of what we like in movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have, like, set opinions on movies,
As you say on...
I might say things.
A series of where we talk about our opinions on movies.
No, like, that's not what I mean. Like, I don't have, like, broad opinions. Like, if a movie does this... I don't like it,
Well, I'm not saying, like...
No, I know. You're not saying anything like that. I'm saying, just in general, I don't like people that have very... If it's like this, it's no good. Or if it does this, then it's good.
If there's a colorful movie that, like, does it in a way I enjoy, I mean, like, yeah, sure, I'll like it, but, like...
I'm not even talking about colors at this point. I'm just talking about opinions in general.
Well, I'm just saying, like, as an example, like, I'm not going to watch a colorful movie and like it, but just because it's colorful, say, it sucks, worst movie just because it's colorful. I'm not...
Well, I'm saying, like, going back to colors. If a movie is good already, if it's nice and colorful, then it's just, better. Or movies in general, if they're gonna go for color, then, heckin' go for heckin' color.
Well, I mean, kids like color.
What are you saying about me, Jered?
I'm saying kids, as in the demographic of kids like color, so...
I didn't realize you were racist, Jered.
Oh, yes.
Anyway.
Ship them all to Mexico, am I right?
You ship kids, Jered? And now you're on a list.
Fucking hell.
We're going off the rails. I like this movie. It's not my favorite movie. There's funny moments. It's well made. I think it's cute.
This movie is all right.
What did you think of all the other villains that popped up?
Oh yeah, I liked it. Some of the choices were odd, but I feel like they just kind of threw money out and been like, who can we get? Like I didn't expect to see Voldemort, Wicked Witch of the, Oz.
Yeah, 4 choices, Jered. You didn't feel like rolling the dice.
Well, see, I have 50-50. It's East or West. I know one of them dies in the beginning.
It's West, Jered.
I have not seen that movie since I was probably 5.
And you probably didn't like it because the colors in that movie go pop!
I actually kind of hated the Batman character for being like, oh, dark and brooding.
Was it,
Look at me. And it's not because I'm like that, because I don't know, I'd say I'm a pretty emotional guy. I display my emotions.
I feel like you could come across like that.
When?
I know, I'm saying, just some, like, random guy pops up for some reason. Maybe not nowadays, maybe, like, a few years ago.
Like, maybe junior year, sure, I was a little bit like that, but, like, I don't know, I've always think I've been not this, I have no emotions. All I feel is rage inside. I really don't think I've been like that ever. Like, this turned into a weird therapy session. I don't like it.
That's because I don't really have anything else to say.
I mean, you really don't have much to say about this movie. It's a kid's movie. It's got a message. It does what
In terms of modern kids' movies, I would say you could do a lot worse.
But you could do a lot better, too.
Well, I don't know. In terms of, like,
you
modern...
could do better. Not a lot better,
you
but you could do better.
I mean, not that I'm up on the kids' movies nowadays.
Well,
although I
do
generally like kids' movies. But again, mostly older ones. You think, they say these kids' movies and, like, kids' TV shows nowadays are so fast-paced and in your face. But you think that's, like, good for kids?
Oh, my God.
Just have, sensory overload? You think it's...
I don't think it's bad for kids. I don't think it matters. Like...
I don't know. I've heard this argument, people saying, like, is that it's so, like... No, I heard this about SpongeBob. Back when, like, SpongeBob first came on, there was a bunch of parents who were all against SpongeBob because they were like, it's so crazy. It makes kids get ADD and stuff.
Do I have ADD?
I don't know.
No, I loved SpongeBob as a kid. I still love it now.
I don't know, but are you mentally stable, Jered?
Is anyone, like, mentally, like, stable throughout their entire life?
Me.
Oh, I don't have...
My life is a constant neutral state, Jered. I don't know. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on that issue.
If I have,
because I know people have brought up that issue. I've
never heard this issue before, but it's stupid. Kids should watch whatever they want because, well, not whatever they want, but like.
Not whatever they want. Heck 'em.
I mean,
I feel like people really underestimate what kids can handle.
Yeah.
Because I think like a lot of kids media nowadays is very like safe.
Oh yeah.
And sanitized.
I mean, like,
not that like the old kids movies were like brutal, man.
I remember playing Grand Theft Auto when I was like 3. Like, I didn't have the thought ever pop into my mind, hey, if I can do this in video game, I can do this in real life. Because, I don't think kids are like, oh, let's, this does it, so, like, let's do it. Like, I don't think that's the case at all. I think parents that are worried about that are, a little...
Big gay,
but also just a little too paranoid.
Well, the thing with these, I don't understand, like, parents that are all like that, because, I mean, the things that they had when they grew up, they turned out fine. Are they trying to, like, overcompensate? Like, I saw something horrible when I was 6, and it ruined me, and my precious angel isn't gonna be corrupted by evil media?
You could say and make the argument that corruption is a part of childhood.
Like the argument that's like, we need bullies. If you get rid of bullying, then kids won't be kids.
When they eventually are bullied in the adult world, they won't know what to do, and they won't have the confidence just to say, I can see that argument. I feel like this is no longer about just the Lego Batman movie, more about...
general discussion on children...
and parenting from 2...
children's programming. I feel like this show is not that I feel like we're not even the right age group to criticize this stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking like jaded 40-year-olds. Like back in my day, we had beheadings on TV.
My parents sat me down and said, "This is ISIS." watch them, and I learned everything I know from them.
Back in my day on PBS, they showed burnings of witches. Gathered around after Sunday brunch, and we watched the burnings.
You know, everyone's like talking about, oh, kids these days are like subjected to so much violence. Like, kids back, way back, you know, they witnessed stonings, hangings. Like, you think of horrible things they did in the past, and they're like, oh, some cartoon on the television just happened to hit someone with a hammer and they got squashed like a cartoon and then popped back into place and had a good laugh about it. Oh no, back in my day we actually killed people. We should bring that back, am I right? Kids will...
I like how we're implying like people who were kids back in like the 1800s are having kids like now.
No, I'm just saying like...
Back in my day we had polio.
I'm just saying that like... Everyone's like talking about, oh, nowadays just everything's really bad, like everything's going to hell, like no more Jesus in the house, no more morals, but like, did the human race ever really have morals?
I feel like the human race peaked with VeggieTales.
Really, indeed it did. I mean, the pirates, we don't do anything. We don't plunder.
We don't rape people and kill and steal. We're just sitting here, and I'm even a pickle. You see, kids, go to church.
Jesus will love you.
Unless you're a satanic pickle who dresses up like a pirate.
I want to see a satanic version of VeggieTales.
I feel like that's just VeggieTales.
Like they hide behind this image of like good Christian media, but it's just like you play it in reverse and it's just saying worship Satan.
Hey, I used to watch VeggieTales back in the day, and look at me. I'm a serial killer.
I used to worship VeggieTales. See, it's already influenced. So you can see the influence firsthand here.
I went to the Church of VeggieTales. All praise be to Bob and Larry.
The real issue of satanic VeggieTales.
I hear they have like new episodes on Netflix still.
Really?
Of VeggieTales, but they like redesign them and they look weird.
I say we know what we're watching next.
We're not gonna watch a TV show, especially not VeggieTales.
We analyze every episode step by step, taking an hour long for each episode.
I wonder if it's still even about Jesus, or it's just like, look at these vegetables.
Well, I mean, it wasn't
wacky.
It wasn't always about Jesus. It was also being like,
well, it was like morals.
It was
related
nice.
Back to the Bible.
Yeah, being like, Jesus wouldn't do this. Jesus loves you.
But then it would cut to like a song about, where's my hairbrush? You don't have any hair, you're a pickle. Oh. Jered just tried to commit suicide. At the mere mention of the hairbrush song.
The laugh slowly turns into tears.
Then you hear a gunshot. I have nothing else to say.
Nor do I.